Hello, internet people. It is I, Annunziata, and today I'm going to be doing this thing that Whisker Likes to Read did earlier, and I wanted to do it, and she also tagged me in the comment section, so I can, and say that she tagged me. Here's an index card, so you know this is legit as fuck. 1. My favorite genre is burping. No, is science and fantasy fiction. 2. I prefer series to individual books, but I do love individual books and have no problem with them whatsoever. 3. The Testing and the House of Night series are two of my favorite series. This is one of the House of Night books. I think it's the second one. Because my friend, a big bowl of Maddie, still has the first one. Bitch. 4. I reread books a lot. Like, there's a book I've read at least 150 times. 5. I put away my books before eating or drinking, and if I ever spilt something on a book, I think I would cry. Like, seriously. 6. I never write in books. Ever. 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 The next two books I'm going to read are Richard Dawkins' The God Delusion and Kat Zhang's Once We Were. Now, this is the second book in the Hybrid Chronicles series, and it's amazing, and I suggest that you look up the first book, What's Left of Me. I have a lot of signed books. I would have to say the most books from one author is definitely Jen Kalanita. She's awesome. I love her. Index card. I heart nonfiction so much. I love nonfiction. A lot of people only like fiction, but I love nonfiction. Libraries are better than bookstores. Period. The best book I've ever read in school was Anthem by Ayn Rand. 12. I am prone to emoting openly while reading. I'll be in the book and I'll be like, no, and I'll start crying. And people have actually asked me if I'm okay, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm reading. It's hard. 13. I won my 5th grade PARP contest, which is a reading contest in my school. 14. My favorite nonfiction book is Signing Their Lives Away, the story of the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence. I suggest that anyone who thinks July 4th is the correct day to celebrate Independence Day, read that book. 15. The best kids books I've ever read are the Karen series by Anne M. Martin and Diary of a Wimpy Kid. 16. I judge a book by the description. I completely judge a book by the description, and it has not failed me now. If I think a book's gonna suck by the description and I still read it, it sucks. I hate it. I've never been wrong. I own many advanced reading copies. You see, this says advanced reading copy, not for sale. And it has the date that it's supposed to go out on. I got this in 2012. It was supposed to go out in 2013. Oh, it's also signed. I'm not a nerd at all. That's why my channel name's Nerdy Bitch in Glasses. Duh. I met Sarah Shepard. I didn't really like this book. I didn't really like her personality. She kind of seemed like a bitch, but, that might have just been an off day for her, so I'm not gonna, completely say she's a bitch, but she might be. It's possible. 20. I've read books on all of the U.S. presidents. 21. I have books on 4 different bookshelves in my house. 22. My dad, on one of his, 7 or 8 bookshelves, mostly books on World War II, because he's a huge history buff, you don't even get it. He owns Mein Kampf. Honestly, I think it's pretty cool because it is a good history book, Honestly, Hitler was a crazy guy, but Mein Kampf was a pretty good book. Just saying. 23. Elizabeth Ulberg and Jen Kalanita are the best authors, in my opinion, that I've ever met. These are books by both of them. 24. I've only read 4 Harry Potter books, and I've never seen... Well, I've seen the first movie. And 25. I first read this book, The Hunger Games, because it was one of the books on my 9th grade summer reading list that I could choose from. And I chose this one. And there's something in there that I was probably using in a bookmark. But I've read this like 18 times, so who gives a shit? I told you, I reread books a lot. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I would tag Whisker Likes to Read, and I would tag A Big Bowl of Maddie, but Whisker already did it, and Maddie seems to never pay attention when I tag him and shit, so. I mean, if he wants to do it, it's completely out there in the open, Maddie. You can do this. Please make more content. I want more content.